Welcome to Wrestle Culture. A little bit earlier today because we've got the live show going out on the What Culture Wrestling YouTube channel at 3 p.m.
Not the full title of the episode, is it?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
We watch Cody Rhodes down in old Lyon, France. I'm starting too high. Strutting his stuff in the ring.
I get it.
He said, hello, AJ. You want to play? Hey, hey. Gitchy, yaya. Crossroads. Gitchy, haya. Ici. Il est vraiment phénoménal. Le champion Cody Rhodes. Voulez-vous wrestling avec moi ce soir? Voulez-vous wrestling avec moi? I'm Adam Wilbourn from What Culture, joined by Adam Nicholas and Phil Chambers from What Culture. Au revoir.
We were done with this.
To discuss all the goings on in wrestling this week. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review an hour, but also SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week complete. A really good quiz, of course, on Wrestle Culture. As I said, though, joined by Nicholas and Phil live on YouTube. Just
we hope.
50,
Every week, I hope.
In theory.
Yeah.
56 minutes away from our live show in Philadelphia, going out, and our careers ending as a result.
Well, your career's ending.
Indeed.
Yeah, our careers will be fine.
I'm smart enough not to be on the screen.
This is true.
The good news is I've booked our next show, the country with the greatest fans in the world, apparently, France. What a reaction, not just on Backlash, but SmackDown as well. They were unbelievable. Well, unless you're in Final Testament, they were unbelievable.
Yes, more of this sort of thing. I think from this and the Puerto Rico show, it's just like showing this new thing of WWE just traveling to any random country that will have them is the best idea they could have ever possibly had.
Yeah.
It is so hot. It is so much fun. My favorite low-key thing about the whole thing was the under trois counts for the ref things, because it just sounds so strange, but it was so loud at the same time.
There's that little thing they do after, isn't there, that was explained.
Simplement deux.
Yeah.
Because their commentators or something had been doing it. And I saw someone tweet, we grew up with this. This was our whole... I think that's so cool, because you find out these things you would never have known about.
And the commentators, the French commentators being at ringside, looked just so excited to be there as well, which was really cool.
There was
guys who've been at the Spanish announce desk, how has this happened? How have they got it before us? How many people have been through my goddamn table? How has this happened?
How much does this cost us? And we're still not... there was a bit, I think it was on SmackDown or on the Backlash, I mentioned this on a review, where there was just a tease of a count out. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But because instead of saying 6, 7, and they were like 7, 8, I was like, oh my God.
This is so good.
And this is awesome. It's even better.
Everything about it. They're just buying into absolutely everything. And it made everything so much more fun.
Buying what they're being sold, though, I think is the important part.
Playing into it in the right ways, and it is just loving it. Just absolutely loving it.
This strategy of theirs is, whether you like them or not, it is working, and they are smart at it. And Nick Khan has definitely cracked that specific nut, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We've just, literally about 2 minutes before we came in, we've just seen Dave Meltzer's star ratings drop. And I know people don't necessarily put as much emphasis on those as they used to, with good reason, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But do you think that crowd is... Because he's gone really big.
It has to have. It's definitely one of the highest rated WWE shows in across the board, not in terms of one match as being a standout or anything, but across the board, it's really high numbers. I think Murray was saying the average was a 4.25 or something throughout the whole show, which is insane for Meltzer and WWE, let's face it. And it's got to be the bad crowd can make an incredible match a bit mediocre.
Of course it
but
can.
a great crowd can make everything so much better. And it's just
such a huge
fun.
part of it, isn't it? It's a massive part of it. How many times I've watched the show and thought, it's a shame the crowd aren't hot for this, because this match is really good.
Yeah.
And you would almost want to do a scientific experiment where you could just get people who've never watched it before and show the control group a very, very quiet crowd of the same matches, and then you add a crowd in and see if they go crazy for it. Because it does make a difference when you go mad and you feel other people going mad on screen and you hear the noise. And you can feel that energy going to the. When a wrestler's doing this and they're going, like this, but nobody's making any noise.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, that's just stupid.
It's like that thing about like live comedy when it's like if other people are in the room there laughing with you, you're more likely yourself to laugh.
100%.
And it's that kind of entrained response to someone else is enjoying it. Therefore, I'm enjoying it that much more because you're kind of not even in that environment in the building, but just watching people have that much fun.
Like sitting in that chair and watching the two Dadleys who are here when Stax is here. I know you're obviously aware, but when Hamlet and Sidgwick are in here and they are laughing at Stax's jokes. Sometimes I wonder if Stax is even funny. I think part of it is me laughing at them laughing at him. They lose control of every part of their body. And it's very entertaining.
And the other thing that
Very entertaining.
the other thing as well that should, in theory, come out of this is the more of these shows that they do, like the more like Clash at the Castle. They've got the Saudi show, Backlash, Bash at Berlin. Like there's a bunch of shows there that aren't happening in America. No offense, America, but the less of those shows they get, then therefore the hotter those crowds will be because it's like supply and demand kind of
miss it.
Exactly, yeah.
Done.
Like you're not just running the same shows at like same towns over and over and over again to the point where crowds like the more you are sort of in it and like there, the less of a reaction you have, but the more special it then becomes. That those crowds will come back again.
You need it's like everything at the minute. Like nothing ever ends anymore, right? WWE's always been that. If anything, ahead of a trend in that regard. They are like the Coronation Street of pro wrestling. They are never going to end. They're just going to be there every week, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. You don't get a chance really to miss them. It's like everybody would love a little break season where it's like almost at the end of the season so you can build the next episode. You don't get that. And you just need these things to go away. Like everything at the minute that is suffering from oversaturation in every other medium form, Marvel, like this is why, because you need to miss stuff or you need to get
the Bear's coming back and I'm excited.
Exactly, you haven't seen it.
Trailers
best bands or the best artists. My favorite artists don't make an album once every 4 or 5 years. I don't need to hear one every year. What's the point?
Interesting debate in the chat as well, because like I say, I agree. I think that French crowd elevated matches, which were all mostly predictable, like we said, but the predictable isn't always bad, and I thought they put on a fantastic show last weekend. But shout out to Big MGM, who says, well, I don't take Meltzer seriously. At least AJ got the 5 stars he was owed after Dave robbed him from the Cena matches. I agree with that. And Eric Vasquez, great first name, is talking about Hogan Rock, because that didn't seem to affect him back then. That was a raucous atmosphere, but he was very harsh on it. I think they're saying 3 or just under 4 stars for that match, and yet he goes full 5 on Cody and AJ, which I think was deserved. Like it's Hamlet's favourite match of the year, he was saying. I thought they were brilliant in there, kicking out a burning hammer at 1. I didn't see that one coming.
That is a ripcord of a move to pull that. Like, what if I just kicked out one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling at 1? Fair.
Yeah,
it worked. It worked. They kicked ass.
Yeah, Cody and AJ just AJ just turned it on. I think
AJ needed it as well.
Yeah.
Like
and wanted it as well.
And wanted
more
it,
important,
definitely.
I think, for sure.
And I think it's like, back in the main event, I'll show you why I should never have been out of it in the first place, kind of thing.
What did we say last week?
Yeah.
I say we. I mean me. Like that guy, he's still got it, man. Anybody
bright
who
lights,
really
Carl Anderson.
Yeah, when they've got the bright lights and when they've got that momentum, and what has really been impressive to see, though, not just him, so many of the different wrestlers on the roster who have been in the game forever. Randy Orton is the one that stands out to me, and it's like, I cannot believe what I heard in France. Like, how do you do that to a guy who's literally, not that I'm suggesting he's been getting the most raucous reactions for his entire career, but I mean, like, how do you do that? After all those years, he's like, that has blown my mind.
Yeah. Like all that year in the industry, and still something can surprise you and go like, holy cow.
Because there's other ways of it. It's like, it's great. Go other places. Yeah. Expand your mind.
As many places
and your
as
palate.
possible.
I think
this is great.
I think the match was great, obviously. I think Dave's gone 5 on that match just for AJ staying in character when they were singing that Il est vraiment song. Because Howie didn't have the biggest smile on his face. I don't know. Yeah. He's just internally just buzzing.
Was thinking of you at the live show when you were doing the like Roman entrance. and he cracked every time. And it's impossible not to. It's a good vibe. You've held it long enough. It's so long. And he was just like, did not break. And he looked annoyed.
Yeah.
Because there was part of me wondered. And I genuinely, I know we don't like to give them too much credit, but there's a part of me feels like the plotting that they have done for these shows, like Sami Zayn in Montreal, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest in Puerto Rico and Zelina Vega, etc. Like, they're starting to build up credit in the bank for like how much they've plotted these moves towards these things.
Yeah.
Did somebody know about the phenomenal chant?
Maybe.
I think that's too good of a thing. This in the French like history, there's this chant. In the law of France, there's this chant about whenever they hear the word or the phrase phenomenal, this chant goes off. Someone has surely caught on to this or even knows about it in WWE and was like, what if we just put AJ? And how do you get Cody to feel like the hottest thing in the world as well? Like it's pieces are perfect. If it was just look great, I honestly suspect that was
maybe,
part of the deal.
Yeah,
I do.
quite possibly.
Hi to everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your donations. Hi to David Esposito, who says, Happy Friday, boys. Sorry to be absent for so long. No need to apologise, Dave. I've had to deal with a ruptured spleen in the days following Mania. I was excited too. Catching up on the pods as I recover. Don't worry, there's plenty to catch up on, David.
He only had the worst month of his life.
Yeah.
You're making jokes already. If I'm not mistaken, I think David is the man who brought me the signed picture of Helen Mirren. And if that is the case,
which is an incredible deep cut.
Unbelievable. It is still at my house waiting to be framed. I'm very excited about that.
It's the most important thing when we packed when we were leaving. Where's the Helen Mirren photo?
We were all trying to figure out how do we get it in without it breaking. That is a shoot. But yeah, we'll get well soon, man.
Yeah,
David,
that sounds horrible.
That sounds brutal.
David says, what's the worst wrestling injury, either severity or timing? My brain automatically goes to tearing anus, X-Pac. Yeah, we had any wrestling injuries? You used to work.
Of course, that's where your mind went.
Yes. Did you ever get any injuries when you were training?
I didn't get injuries. I did get kicked in the face when we were learning how to do kicks.
Didn't you get kicked in the face when you were doing the cameras as well?
I did, yeah, twice by Bad Bones and someone else. I can't remember who the other one was.
Didn't you get hit in the face by the pavement and your bike pretty much twice as well?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That was twice as well. That was,
You hate yourself, Phil. Is that what it is?
You don't need to be that close, Phil.
No, it's okay.
Come on, it's fine. Yes. Just a little bit faster.
Ill, you're dragging off of camera, man.
Funny, none of us ever saw him when the incident occurred, like when he went in the back of a taxi or when he smashed his head again on the curb, where he was like licking down it.
Watch out for that pothole, Phil. Yeah. I've got it.
Yeah. Well, I did take the Mick Foley-esque picture of the latest one when he had a fight with the floor.
That was gnarly as hell. So you definitely needed to see a professional.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm not going to hospital just yet. I've got to get the right photo.
The picture.
Is it weird that like breaking bones is obviously horrible, and if you've ever been through it, you know how painful that is. But I'd rather have that than like diverticulitis or things like that.
Kenny at the minute, like it's the big unknown of something like that. Where you never know how long it's going to last or like what it's actually going to do to you. At least like if like, I mean, it's horrible, like torn ligaments or whatever, or broken bones, like you have a route of how to fix this, how long it will likely take, and you know you can rehab it and get it better. But like something like that, like you never really know how long it's going to last. So I'd say like in terms of injuries or things like body things that take you out of wrestling, something that's beyond your control.
I would say,
like that
physical,
is way worse.
Yeah.
Well, it's all physical. You know what I mean? Like internal physical rather than the external, I guess.
Thanks for everyone in the chat saying Sid. Yes, thank you.
I was thinking of Sid's leg break. I also just, I know it wasn't probably the longest or the hardest, but I always think the Triple H's quad one felt like the biggest one I remember as a kid, where I was like, they're making a huge deal about this.
Yeah.
This is obviously very bad.
Yeah. He still finished the
match during it, like, holy crap.
Monster. So
and
yes, I've made myself sad by looking at the chat again, because people are saying in terms of timing, Big E, yeah. Hopefully.
Just hit the top of his career.
One day, maybe. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
But if he can't do it, he's having a great time.
And still, on the positive swing of it, I'm glad he got to the height he did, because he absolutely deserved that. And it would have been a bigger shame if he hadn't had that. So
Paul Abbott says, Shane Squad, he's still got it.
He's still got it.
In terms of best timing.
I actually think Los Angeles has still got Shane's quad, I think. Pretty sure it was left there.
Hi to Mr. Phoenix, who says the catchphrase that everyone's really talking about. Remember, the 10th of May.
So, yeah.
Plus 9 days equals May 19th. I knew you guys were Kane fans. I like the Kane who's just signed for Chesterfield.
Any Kane references in the live show? I can't really remember. I don't think so.
Probably a burial from one of the Dudleys, I would be confident of saying.
Yeah. Or you.
Yeah. As far as No Quarter Catch Crew goes, says Mr. Phoenix, how have you landed on the name Piss Gallus? Yeah, they're all versions of Gallus, if they're a bad trio, tag team group or whatever.
What are you suggesting about Gallus, Wilbourn?
Nothing.
What could possibly be the deep-rooted message?
Have you landed on the name Piss Gallus when 3MP is right there? Very good. Yeah. I can getting all these in early, says Mr. Phoenix. There's several messages, so I can list them on my forklift later. So cool. Do you think the women's North American title in NXT is a dry run for a women's IC or US title in WWE? Cheers to the mud flaps with some beer emoji. What do you reckon to a mid-card women's title on the main roster?
If it's treated anything like the women's tag team titles, then I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want more belts that don't mean anything. If they're going to make them mean something, by all means. Like, of course
They've only just made the men's ones that mean something.
Yeah, but the problem is it feels like there's a lot of belts. We're also seeing it in over there. AEW, there's like a lot of belts. Everybody's got a belt now, literally.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah. And it's almost like the mindset, that was encouraged probably at WrestleMania by people who didn't even have an actual belt until it was physically made for them. To wear it out to the... It's crazy how this happens, isn't it? I don't know who would have that sort of influence to do those sorts of things, but if they're going to make it mean something, I would love it, because it would allow potentially for more... we say this all the time. It would allow potentially for more stories.
Yeah.
That you could have the belt involved, but wouldn't necessarily just have to be about the belt, but it's always a good start, isn't it?
Yeah.
People wrestle on the show should want to win the titles, but it doesn't happen that way, so I don't know. Let's sort the tag titles first, please. That would be great.
Yes, agreed.
It could be on the board
Absolutely.
there with the two we've got at the minute.
Yeah,
so.
it feels like they're kind of at least heading in the direction, or at least putting a focus on it, which is more than they've done in the last sort of... But since they appeared, since they
still also
existed.
feels like they might just be part of the story to break them two up, though, doesn't it? So it's like, come on.
You've not got a team who've come in and gone, our one thing that we want to do is win those tag titles.
Yeah.
Like
Carter and Chance did that, but they weren't the level of star to really elevate them.
Yeah.
However, as much as like I personally feel like Dex and FTR have gone like heavy on being legacy. I like that, but then I've had too much of it now. But the point I'm trying to make is they were absolutely passionate about make it mean something, and they did, and it's great. Like I need that before we get more belts.
Am I right in thinking that NXT women's tag titles came before the main roster ones, or
I think so.
was it not?
No, I think they gave them new belts because the women's tag titles went down there, and they were annoyed that they got screwed out of a match or something and disappeared. And he was like, "I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make your own titles." That's because
I got annoyed at that because I was like, "Why don't you just have them across all three brands?" But whatever. Also,
I think like if you're going to do it with a women's mid-card title for the main roster, have it like a TV title where it's like you get around the draft and you can go to different brands.
Yeah,
it'll make it mean something a little bit different just because you have to defend it on TV kind of thing. Like give it those kind of rules.
Also
rather
make
than
the
just
draft mean something. That would also be great.
That would also help. Or, draft people.
Actually make some changes would be great. Anything really at this point.
Speaking of Dax Harwood, I remind you of this. I didn't realise the guy who's fighting Dax Harwood on Collision, Dynamite Kid's nephew, Tommy Billington. We had him in Defiant. I didn't put those things together.
And the other Billington brother.
Yeah. Billington boys.
The Billington boys.
Billington boys.
I remember. They've obviously picked the one who looks the most like Dynamite Kid.
I can't remember who it was that was managing him.
That was Johnny Saint?
Yes.
Was it? Yeah.
Was it Johnny Saint?
I was going to say Johnny Moss, and I was like, that's not the right one.
Moss.
I'm not sure if it was Johnny Saint. Because I thought this, and I think it was an even older guy. Or
Maybe it was.
But he was talking them up a storm, obviously, as the last legacy of Dynamite Kid. I am still confused as to why he's on Collision and not on Dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there. It's right there.
It's right there. It's right there. And he loves a good pun.
He loves it.
Well,
that's what I mean.
Ooh,
I'm
it's
not
Pat
even saying
versus gravity.
I'm not even a stickler for it, but exactly, he loves a good pun. Feels like a missed opportunity there.
And also, Mr. Phoenix, actually, I like this as a pitch. My pitch, a then, now, forever title that he's always defended in triple threat matches, the champ, the former champ, and a new challenger. I would tweak that slightly and say the champ, any former champion, and a new challenger. So you could just be like, right, well, you know, we're not going to have the former champ just lose again, but we are going to have an Intercontinental Champion from 20 years ago in the match.
They would lose interest in that so quickly. Someone's one job every week to be like, you got to go find another one. Oh, God. Like, it's fine. It's fine for the first 10 matches, and then it's like, oh, no. Who now? Who now who isn't in jail or who isn't dead or who is actually allowed on telly or who can still wrestle?
Yes.
Who has all the limbs? It's like, it would be difficult. It should be difficult.
Hi to Steve Nikolakopoulos.
Yeah.
The former Edward Shiraz hands.
Like I'm going to go, oh, he was a good boy.
Yeah, you did. I did it.
You are.
G'day, handsome gents. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of respecting the business? Them boys in the back these days need to respect. He's written this phonetically.
of course,
need to respect the business.
Thank you for clarifying.
I don't know. My speech has been a bit off this week.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah. You had a few misses.
One of the young bucks, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, good.
Mount Rush respecting the business. Dead man, obviously.
Yeah, man,
Got to respect the
obviously.
business. Who else respects the business?
Just
Have we ever done a list of top 10?
Crew, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much all the lads.
Just all
the lads who play a Game of Bones
Godfather
are on there.
BSK.
I think they'll put BSK on as one.
Okay.
It's just loads
like
of little
Taker.
It's just Taker and others.
No, we'll take up 2 slots here because Taker can be by himself. BSK can be.
Can we have that picture of them all as one bit?
They're all like squashed on as like a little party thing there, and then you got 2 more for this business to put on the last one.
Is that Yoko?
I feel like JBL being.
I was gonna say.
Vince's an enforcer backstage, which basically means I'm a terrible guy.
Yeah. Bully JBL, definitely.
Yeah.
Is that instruction or?
Yeah. Speaking of bullies, no.
Bob Holly.
He definitely was.
I mean, he respect the business a lot, Bob Holly, because he kicked everybody's ass as well.
That Tough Enough episode.
I was going to say
that guy did not respect the business.
There was
Bob Holly.
Benoit Guerrero and Bob, was it in the Rumble with him? Where it was like, we're going to take you to school,
Big
boy.
Show got him as well at one point on Pewter as well, if I recall. He got some nasty ones.
Yeah.
So, Taker, BSK.
Take a BSK.
JBL. Apparently we're just trying to find the acronyms now. And Hog. Well, let's go Bob Holly. Yeah. He'd look great on a mountain anyway, wouldn't he? And he had the most beautiful dropkick, him and Okada.
Yeah.
He did, yeah. Very good dropkick.
Like, literally, Bob Holly's, there's nothing more beautiful than it.
Yeah.
Better than Okada.
And he had the greatest pitch to be a world champion of all time.
Of course.
Just, why don't you just give me the belt? And I beat everyone.
Yeah, and then what, Bob?
Was he also...
Nailed it, Bob. What a great idea.
He's obviously Sparky Plug as well. Wasn't he going to be a spaceman briefly? Like he was going to be like, Spaceman Holly.
Space monkey.
He's been off in space and now he's come back. What?
First he drove NASCAR. Now he drives space.
Did you ever hear that pitch that I think it was Cornette got sent it about someone... I think maybe he was only in TNA or something. He's like, I've had this really good idea. And he just contacted him. And then I think Cornette read it out on his podcast where they basically just took the plot of The Martian, said, what if we do that? But it's a wrestler who's got stranded on a foreign planet. And we follow them having to come back. And he's like, I mean, wrestling's preposterous, but there's a line. You can't go that far. And I'm fairly
this is basically CM Punk trapped in the WWE headquarters.
Yes.
You can't go that far, but you can kill a man.
Yes.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I missed all this CM Punk trapped in the headquarters stuff. I sort of went back on X over the weekend. I was like, what's going on?
What's happening?
So basically, it's like sometimes when the wrestling team are like, all right, let's head off to the pub after we finished all working hours, of course. And some of the gaming lot have
definitely not half doing that.
Have gone up. Some of the gaming lot have gone upstairs to record, and we just leave. And someone's like, hello, but that's with CM Punk in a gym in the.
Who was it that we trapped in the workman or something that we forgot was upstairs?
Yeah,
trapped in the building.
Right.
Set all the alarms off. Yeah, apologies.
Sorry, guy.
Well, this is the thing. That's what leads me to believe it must have been awake.
Yeah,
because like, if he wasn't a rush to get, I can't imagine him just going, well, I guess I'm
trapped in the building.
Get out of it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Just my
he'd be
luck.
smashing windows. He'd be going, look what me to the Jack Perry for a minor inconvenience.
There's also not a goddamn chance WWE doesn't make some people work at the weekends.
Don't work at the weekends. Also, if it was like locked and he was setting the alarms off, there'd be people out there so fast to be like, oh, is that CM Punk? I guess we'll let him out.
I did like the
But it was good though. It was nonetheless.
the meme of him like,
it was really good.
running away. It's very good.
Very good. Good crack.
Just Daryl says, happy Friday, goats. Thank you, Daryl. When is the next live/watch along? It's a good question. It's really awkward at the moment. We're just like, oh, it's this weekend? I can't do that or whatever. We are trying to organise something. It's a bit all over the place, to be perfectly honest. They keep falling on like the next one, like I think is King of the Ring Double or Nothing the same weekend. Yeah, I think so. And I'm fairly
You're
certain.
going to do both of them, is that what you're saying?
I would love to. Unfortunately, I am in a field that weekend.
How convenient.
And it's my mum's birthday as well, so I'm out.
So she's going to be on the stream.
Yeah, so she's going to come on.
Come on, Pat.
Hang on,
Let's
yeah.
go.
It basically boils down to if anyone is available on that weekend, because obviously it's a weekend. We don't normally work on weekends.
And when they say anyone, what they mean is either Phil, Wilbourn,
Or
Hamflett.
Yeah.
That's what they mean. That's literally what they mean.
That's it.
Unless there's a one in the middle of the week and you might get Murray. That's pretty much it.
We'll try, at the very least, we'll try and be back for Money in the Bank, because that's going to be a reasonable time on a weekend. And
By reasonable time, you mean?
we would be
1
going.
a.m. in the morning.
We would be going, but we'd literally have to sell What Culture headquarters to be able to buy tickets for that show.
Yeah, I really tried.
Jesus.
I did try. I tried, guys.
Devin says you've all got to get.
giving up yet.
Not giving up yet.
Giving up
Still
yet.
hope.
God damn it, it's still real to me.
Devin says you've all got to get locked in the What Culture headquarters. Hamflett tries that most nights, doesn't he? Oh no, I was at
wishes.
work.
You know, some people will have that nightmare. Oh, I had this nightmare last night. I got locked in work. I had this amazing dream last night where I got locked in work.
The best.
Woke up this morning,
Feeling
fine.
He's like going around the Sunday morning playing in the background while he's like making a coffee at work in his boxers, just watching this on the big screen. Oh.
We have to talk about the Bloodline. They've got a new member, Tangaloa.
They do.
I was a little bit shocked. I was like, here it comes, Jacob. Oh, it's Tangaloa. They can add Jacob Fatu as well. Hikulea's rumoured to be joined. They're just going to keep adding.
Makes sense, I guess.
I
don't know how.
There in a heartbeat, just as an elder statesman at some point, surely.
Because there was loads of rumours about Jacob Fatu, obviously, and about Tamatonga. I don't know how nobody sort of put two and two together and assumed maybe they'd get.
I think I know.
Well,
based on the reaction. Seems like a lot of people were like not exactly very high on Tangaloa, I think it's fair to say, which I think is...
I was just sat there going, what's the former Camacho doing there?
Yeah, let it cook, man. You never know. You don't need everybody to be these high caliber stars. That some people are just supposed to be there. Look mean.
Yeah.
And it works. Every now and again it works.
I do think there's an element of like hubris from Papa H of A, oh, you all think you know where this is going, well, I'm going to swerve you, and B, you know, I think it's fair to say, I don't know a great deal about Tangaloa, if I'm honest. I don't watch his work in New Japan. But from what I've heard, a lot of people rolled their eyes and were like, good luck with this guy then. I think there's an element of that, of like, I'll show you. Tamatonga, people were like, he's left New Japan, but is he really like a hot signature for WWE and AEW? And clearly, obviously, WWE have big plans for him. They've made him look awesome.
He's been great.
That brainbuster through the chairs was bonkers.
Really
so I think it's an element of that, of like, I'll show you. I'll take these stars and I'll take these people and really make them superstars.
Is there also maybe an element of like the two of them got signed together at the same time? Like, why would
they
that?
are the Gorillas of Destiny.
I mean, like they could come as a package if Tama was the one that we're talking to, and he's like, well, why don't you get both of us in? And then there's options for you there, use it or not.
Yeah,
and then you've got it. Like, with all due respect, I love them, but they've got Gallows and Anderson there. Yeah, who are like, we'll just work whenever. They've created the best deal for themselves in the universe, I think, these two. And it's like, if they can be there, and I'm sure there's, think about all the members now they have of various incarnations of the Bullet Club. Like, get the boys in.
Yeah,
they're gonna be so excited.
Like the Bloodline needs. Like, I'm not gonna just immediately put Tangaloa on this level, but they kind of need a whipping boy as well. Yeah. Like Jimmy Uso. Like throughout
good
all
point.
of that
He's gone.
run,
He's
gone.
You need
now.
levels.
You can't have
need
that guy that everyone can just attack when things go bad.
I think everyone's excited
Tama.
about Jacob Fatu.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, he's gonna be the baddest man on earth.
Yeah,
they kind of want Solo to be the baddest man on earth, which is why they've been trying to get him there.
Yeah.
Then you've got to have the levels. Tamatonga doesn't want to be a dweeb, but he also wants to be like, he's bad, but he does what he says.
Yes.
And you need someone.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Has to be levels. Which is why I think Haku's going to turn up at some point.
Exactly,
It's just a background presence. He's got to.
He's got to at some point. They have to.
I know obviously they do a lot of other things that we are unaware of, and they might be working the live show circuit, and they've taken years and years and years and years of bumps to get themselves to this level. But I do also like sometimes thinking, the work week this week for Gallows and Anderson was turn up to NXT, offer to Too Sweet the tag champs, get refused, go home. Not a bad payday, that is it.
And that's pretty much been their work day for the last 2 years or whatever. It's been.
They are the living embodiment, and I don't mean this as an insult. I don't mean it as an insult. I mean it as a massive, massive compliment.
Yeah.
They are the living embodiment of don't work harder, work smarter.
Yeah, they have figured out the business side of this business.
Yeah.
Big MGM also says, feel like people are underrating Maven's dropkick.
Maven had a great dropkick.
No, see, this is the thing.
I'll never
Nobody mentioned Maven's
underestimate
dropkick, right?
Maven's.
Not out of spite, but we were just talking about 2 dropkicks there. Oh, go Holly.
2 examples of great drop.
I say we, I mean me. Maven's was also great. And why was it great? Because you kicked a dead man out of the ring, that's why.
Andy McManus says, do you think there will be an incarnation of the Bullet Club in WWE soon? I assume he means again. But they're not called the club now. They're called the actual...
Yeah, it didn't exactly go great the last time they tried this.
I've mentioned the name now.
They have.
Many times on television at this point. I'm like, why are you... What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we...
Could be a new direction after Judgment Day, because that's going on.
I mean, there's not a chance in hell they use the Bullet Club name, because then they'd have to give New Japan some money, and that ain't gonna happen.
The
Bang Bang.
The Club de Club.
Club.
Le Club de Bulit.
Yes. Hey, French fans are the best.
Yeah. The Shell Group. Bullet Shell.
Ah, yeah.
Club Group. No. The Shell Group is just like the
Shell
garage.
Corporation.
Got it.
Hey.
They're all in
Nailed
suits for no reason whatsoever. Just
Ill-fitting Solo Sikoa suits. We talked a little bit about Judgment Day. I want to finally touch on Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. Now, I feel bad saying this because the match was great. I really like the Judgment Day involvement in it and the issues that are still there lingering from all that. I don't want to dismiss all that because it was good, far better Jey Uso match than he had at WrestleMania. And yet,
I'm not stopping.
Nicholas has summed up the match in one shot, hasn't he? Because that visual was the camera's bouncing like it's
so
bonkers.
good. So good.
Shaking.
I genuinely have absolutely no idea how no one has done this in wrestling yet, because it's been a thing in like hip hop for since like forever. And I don't know how no one's gone, that's cool, I'll have that.
Yeah.
And it's taken till 2023 or whatever for him to start doing it.
Because we were saying,
insane.
I think we've said before, there's guaranteed there's wrestlers who've gone like looked in the mirror and gone, okay, well, I can't.
Like, what can you do?
That.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
no.
Everybody's
Trying
got
to like
that.
spell your name with fingers.
That's different. I've got this.
Can't
shit
do
going
that
on.
because someone's got that. Can't do that because someone had that.
Yeah, all this crap. I've never noticed until how Styles does his hand thing like that. Until Cody was doing all the Stardust, I was like, it's really weird because it's quite simple. It's almost like there's me hood going on. Styles, like, they're all just doing it on something a little bit different, aren't they?
Tiny little thing.
It's funny when you find someone who's like just tried all, they've overthought it. So there's like, whoa. yeah.
This would be
What are you
mine.
doing?
That's mine. I think.
Is it? That's
I'm
Will
pretty
Ospreay's,
sure
mate.
I was going to say someone's definitely.
Will Ospreay owns it
damn it.
already. My guy.
But I do that. L for love.
Elf for love. Yep.
Nailed it.
Bish bash bosh. Just think if Daniel Bryan had like been flicking the channels on the TV, right, and he'd seen the Diego Sanchez, I think it was, in the UFC.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe on just the other channel. That was like a hip hop video on with that.
Yeah.
And it could have been a different
Could've-
one of the night.
Could
It's
have
just
been
like
totally different.
yes.
Matt Raines is in the chat. Happy Friday, brothers. Happy Friday
Happy
to you,
Friday,
Matt.
Matt.
Hope you're feeling better from that wicked banana bump, Wilbourn. Yeah, I slipped over on a banana peel this morning. Yeah. My mother-in-law's text me to check I'm all right. I showed you, didn't I?
Yep. It's. I want to tell you it's not true, but it is 100% true. I don't know what else to say.
Looking forward to watching the live show again. Yes, we're on a bit of a tight schedule today because the live show goes live in 24 minutes.
Yeah,
Ooh,
better
well.
get on with it.
Cheers, boys. Hashtag remember. So you know what? You're quite right. Let's get on with it. Enough of all this.
Straight to the money, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
It's now time for a bloody good quiz. And this week's quiz is brought to you by Mark Solid. who actually hasn't left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts this week at least, but I'm sure he has in the past. A regular contributor. And I gave him a shout out on the news. It's some lovely news, so I just wanted to share it again and congratulate him and his missus. Because he just sent us the message saying, after years, my wife and I are finally going to have a baby.
Hey!
Due in December. It's going to be a
Dadley boy.
Congratulations to Mark for that one.
Mark.
One of the Dadleys.
But if you want your name associated, if you want your name associated with the Bloody Good Quiz, and
have a baby.
Yes, don't
have a baby. It's really easy. All you have to do is buy yourself a baby now. Call 111-555-BABY.
Scott Telfer's back.
Delivered to your door in discreet packages.
Scott Telfer's back in the office, by the way.
Large bird with a bag.
And check out the What Culture Gaming podcast to hear how he's coping. Welcome to the club. This week's quiz, off the back of
All about babies.
This week's quiz. Oh, you can also have your name associated with a good quiz by just leaving us a 5-star review on.
I think they've paid it enough.
Yeah,
they know the drill. You know the drill, right?
Off the back of Backlash, just all about fans, fan interactions, and fans being weird.
All right.
Okay.
Number 1, which ceiling fan?
Question number 1.
What city did Nicholas become obsessed with ceiling fans?
Yep. Which trip? I was going to say the Newcastle went on there. The What Culture went on. Did Adam Nicholas realise he's been missing ceiling fans from his life forever?
It's multiple choice. Shout out name, wait for me to come to you. It's just for fun, guys.
Just for fun.
Just
for fun.
I'm going to take it to be funny now. Phil.
I know, right?
We need 22 minutes.
Okay.
Answer these questions
Let's
like
go.
robots.
See.
Yeah.
See?
Question number 1.
Wait.
Nice and easy one to start. Which wrestler infamously replied, "I hate you too," when a fan expressed their hate towards him? Is it John Cena, Batista,
Positive one.
Randy Orton, or Hornswoggle?
Nicholas. I don't know is the answer.
Ooh.
Batista.
Yay!
Yes. That was a classic. I hate you, Batista. I hate you too. He loved being a heel, didn't he? That bit where he's like in the wheelchair with the black eye.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
I love Big Dave so much, man. He's the best.
What was the first thing, I've done some proper research for this, Angry Miz Girl at Angry Girl WWE on X tweeted about after she found fame when Miz won the title? Looking into this, I'm fairly certain that's not her Twitter account. I'm fairly certain just someone claimed it and they went, oh, I guess that's the... You know, back in the day...
Angry Miz Girl.
Back in the day when you could just be like, yeah, I
can be anyone.
I think I watched this thing recently where Dave Chappelle said, like, someone created a Dave Chappelle Twitter account and started beefing with Cat Williams, who also didn't own his Twitter account.
Yeah.
You could just claim it back in the... Yeah, I'm Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's me.
But yeah, what was the first thing she tweeted about after she found fame when Miz won the title? And she looked, the Cookie Monster stealing her cookies. Dobby dying in Harry Potter. Spoilers. Sorry, everyone. Wanting a pet eagle just like Jack Swagger, or pissing in Wade Barrett's coffee.
Okay, Phil. Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Dobby.
Yay!
Fun fact, she tweeted about all those things, but Dobby was the first, including pissing in Barrett's coffee.
Of course.
Great.
Makes me think, yeah, that's a 10-year-old running that account.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news, Barrett. Wait a minute. Before I get the bad news, I'd like to take a sip of my coffee. No.
Question 3. Remember El Torito? Loved El Torito.
Do I remember El Torito?
What was El Torito once heckled with by a fan during a match against Bo Dallas? Was it...
Hang on, I'm not going to do that.
Hey, Olay, please go away. Was it... What a load of bull. Was it El Torito? More like El Torito, no.
Classic.
Or was it, go back to hell, you evil motherfucker?
Wow.
Holy smokes.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for saying D there. I really appreciate that. What did a...
Why?
Question 4.
There's a swear in it.
I see. I
in
see.
some work.
You've used up your one. I see.
What did a TNA fan once do after touching AJ Styles? Just was going past them.
Oh, no.
I realise.
I'm out. I'm out. Sorry, guys.
End of quiz, I'm afraid.
Fainted, swore to never wash her hand again, licked her hand, or got a title shot.
Phil licked her hand.
Yay!
Nice.
I remember that.
Yeah. I do not. I was doing probably
Anything
else.
else.
Yes. Anything else.
2-2. Who didn't fans chant for during a dull match between Sheamus and Randy Orton on the Raw after WrestleMania in 2013? Michael Cole,
I was not present for this, so it will be a shot in the dark.
Justin Roberts. So 3 of these people got chants. Michael Cole, Justin Roberts, Matt Stryker, or Mike Chioda.
Nicholas, I just wanted to be Matt Stryker.
I was going to say Matt Stryker as well.
Yeah, I wanted to be. Oh, good times.
What a guy.
Question 6, 3-2 to Nicholas. A fan famously did what when meeting AJ Lee at Wizard World?
Wizard World. Nicholas.
Cried and then became a professional
Exactly what
wrestler.
I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. But was it the other way around?
I think it was the other way around,
She was the wrestler and Lita was the actor.
Yes.
She was the kid and Lita was the wrestler.
Your
What
options.
happened though? It was like Bailey maybe. Bailey in hair.
Someone must have.
Or Roxanne Perez in hair. Or
Yeah. Was it Roxanne Perez and
who's the other one?
Natty?
Who's the other?
Cora Jade?
Cora Jade. That's what I'm
Jade.
thinking of.
And the fact that I'm... everyone else in the office is like the encyclopedia of knowledge for great
Oh, yeah.
wrestling facts and so on. NXT.
It was
What
like
you got?
I remember it was a nice period for about 2 years where it was like anything about black and gold NXT.
Yeah.
I've got it. And then I was like, I don't know what that is. There you go.
You take it from here.
This isn't for me anymore.
So what did the fan famously do when meeting AJ Lee at Wizard World?
Right.
Wrote a comic book with her as the heroine and presented it to her.
Oh, that's nice.
Proposed to her.
That's less nice.
Showed her his AJ Lee back
to him.
tattoo.
Oh, good. Great. Yep. Okay.
I'm out.
Or tried to do her skip to the ring thing, but his trousers fell down and he fell over.
I really, really want it to be D.
Phil, let's go wholesome and go with
Yeah.
the comic book.
Comic book, I think that's the one.
No, dear, that's wrong.
It's not wholesome.
Not wholesome. What was we got? Proposed?
Proposal, back tattoo, or tried to do her skip to the ring thing, but his trousers fell down and he fell over.
I really want it to be D, but I'm not going to go for D. I'll go for propose because that seems like a disgusting wrestling fan thing.
Stick around, more from Wizard World a little bit later on.
Stop being weird.
Be normal. Be
Say-
normal.
I mean, like, I've
Don't
been to
know
one of
these
them.
people. You can't propose to them.
I went to one of them before.
Some people don't propose to people they've known for years. Yes.
I went to one of them before I started at What Culture because we were going to Comic-Con and Anne Louise had bought me a meet and greet with Adam Copeland, better known as Edge.
Oh, yeah.
And I got the experience of that. You wait in line, you go up, you say, "Hello, sir. I liked your match with Mick Foley." And then you leave.
Yeah.
What are you doing proposing? It's weird.
Got a tight window.
My name's Adam. Is
Make the
I've
most
gone
of it, I
on.
guess. Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot, eh? You
Don't
miss
shoot your
100% of the
Yeah.
shots you don't take.
4-2. Phil, you need to get this one. Which wrestler...
I'm off the wheel. Go on. You got
Which wrestler once attended his own fan club's dinner in 2004? Rob Van Dam, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, or Kevin Nash?
Ooh, gay.
I feel like
Can we have them again? I
Yes.
feel like none of them would do that.
Nash, you could almost definitely.
Nash is
rule
100%
out. But
no.
then he might be a red herring in terms of like you'd think.
Maybe.
No, but maybe he knew them somehow.
Rob Van Dam, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Kevin Nash.
Nash
Did
would only
they
do it as a bit,
promise
surely.
marijuana?
These are the facts. You
Was
need
the
to know.
dinner all edibles?
I even think if it was all cash, I'm not sure Kevin Nash would go unless it was for a
It'd
rib.
need to be a lot.
It'd have
of
to be a
cash.
rib or something. I think.
Yeah. I mean, Jericho's just a weird guy. He might do it.
And see it as a way of him getting over.
Yeah. Phil, Jericho.
No, dear, that's wrong.
What were the options?
Nash, Guerrero, RVD.
Kind of hope it is Nash now, but it can't be.
Not Nash. RVD.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Universe.
Is it Kevin Nash?
Hey!
Not only is it Kevin Nash, I have photographic evidence of this.
It was Michael
And
Hamlet's
it's better
birthday.
than you could ever have imagined.
Wow.
Google Kevin Nash Fan Club Dinner 2004 if you want to see what this
Maybe
looks
this
like.
is why he was so angry when me and Miller went up to ask him for an interview.
Yeah.
He's like, never again. Get out of
I
my
made that
face.
mistake one to actually saying that. That looks like he's made it a couple of times by that point. Maybe he was trying again, and this was the final straw.
Okay, still 4-2 with 3 questions to go. Okay. I did a bit of research on this, and wrestling fan Andy Donaldson told a story online about meeting Daniel Bryan, a.k.a. Bryan Danielson, in a walkabout in Liverpool.
Right.
Yep.
Whilst another wrestler was doing what?
Chris Jericho was singing karaoke.
He doesn't feature in this, surprisingly. Gangrel was doing the Brood entrance with a bottle of Smirnoff Ice. Rene Dupree was doing the Austin beer can smash with 2 cans of Carling.
He's never had that much fun.
Edge was doing the Triple H water spit with a bottle of hooch. Or Charles Robinson was doing his referee run and slide using apple sours.
It all sounds great, I've got to be honest. I think legally I have to pick Edge, so I will go for C. Adam Copeland, please.
With a bottle of hooch?
Yeah, and we'll just because I know hooch is your brand. I know this is wrong, so just
hang
hit
on.
the button. And he loves a bit of hooch, this lad. So
Oh
we
my
just thought
God.
I'd appeal to your tastes, you know.
I'm afraid.
I know.
No, dear, that's wrong.
What were they again?
Gangrel, Brood entrance, bottle of Smirnoff Ice. Rene Dupree, Austin beer can smash, 2 cans of Carling. Charles Robinson, referee run and slide with apple sours.
Dupree being a nerd doing Austin stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Quite.
But Daniel Bryan hanging out with Rene Dupree doesn't.
Yeah, who do you think he's going to
Really
hang out with most
fit.
out of those 3?
That's true. I forgot that was a factor.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
So the referee one.
yeah. I don't know why I'm saying it's not my pick. What were the other ones again?
Gangrel with the bottle of Smirnoff Ice. So you're saying...
Yeah,
Oh,
referee.
Referee.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Don't look at me talking now. So.
Is it Gangrel?
It was Gangrel.
Well.
Doing the Brood entrance with the bottle of Smirnoff Ice.
At least get something
Yeah,
red.
get some red.
A red wicked or something.
Or just
like
put a little
Jesus.
bit of grenadine in the bottle. That's all you need to do.
Final couple of questions to tie this up and send everyone home happy.
Yes.
Who did WhatCulture.com, specifically Michael Hamlet, rank as the #1 best WWE audience member? Is it long-haired guy and his mum, green shirt guy, Brock Lesnar guy, or angry Miz girl?
Not one I thought he would have had on this list.
Undertaker Eyes guy.
Nah.
Oh, himself doing the.
Me.
How did you
crime
know?
time.
You got it, Phil.
I made myself sad researching this as well because it was Peak Bando. I recorded this list in my bedroom.
I don't think Hamlet would give the credit to green shirt guy, long haired guy with his mum, or Brock Lesnar guy.
Ooh.
Because, well, at least green shirt guy and Brock Lesnar guy, because I think he'd be like, they're just self-promoting kind of things. I don't think he'd
Who's
give
the
him
other
that
option?
much credit. Angry Miz Girl.
Angry Miz girl or long-haired guy and his mum?
I was
think
gonna go with
Michael
Angry Miz
Hamlet
Girl.
has a massive soft spot for the Miz because he was there for the Miz's cash-in. I would say Angry Miz Girl.
I was
might
going to
be
go with
your
Angry
spot.
Miz Girl.
No, dear, that's wrong.
God damn.
You, Michael Hamlet.
You want to take a guess?
What we got? Green shirt
Chinese
guy.
man.
These aren't really the ones I would think of. There's the guy from the 90s who I thought he was going to pick.
Vladimir?
Vladimir. Yeah, that's who I thought.
I'll tell you right now, I think he's number 2 on the list.
Yeah, but I'm a sentimental favourite of Michael Hamlet.
He's got, it's a more old school list. Tie-dye guys on there.
But there, I haven't got time for this.
Sorry.
What's the ones?
Oh, God, yeah.
Guy and his mum, green shirt, or Brock Lesnar guy.
Brock Lesnar guy.
No, dear, that's wrong.
And his mum.
Green shirt guy doesn't make the list.
the best.
Doesn't even make the list.
Yeah, I don't care. Move on.
Yeah.
You got time.
You do you, Michael Hamlet.
Yeah,
Maybe he was
Michael
phoning
Hamlet,
it in
we got to
that
have a
day.
conversation later, boy. What the hell?
Yeah.
Where is he now?
He was in a bad place back then.
Yeah.
Where is he now? That's my question to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Final question, just for fun.
Just for fun.
For fun.
There is an infamous photo of a fan meeting Alexa Bliss at Wizard World. But what does it say on his shirt?
I don't want any part of this. I'm out.
Does it say, Bliss me quick? Does it
Did it say Okada?
I was tempted. I thought, hey, you can do a joke too much. And I would never do that.
Right.
So does it say...
You have never had that thought in your life.
Does it say, bliss me quick? Does it say, oh, I just blissed myself? Does it say, I shaved my balls for this? Or does it say... Does it say, I haven't felt bliss this twisted since I had sex on a helter-skelter?
Bill!
Go on.
Shaved his balls.
I want you to say the exact quote. I'm not being the only one saying
I
it.
remember it, I don't think.
No.
You say it.
The t-shirt that had the word shaved in it.
So you're saying I shaved my balls for this?
Yeah.
Yay!
What the hell are you thinking? Not you.
Stop being weird.
Just turn up with an Alexa Bliss t-shirt and go, I'm a big fan of yours. Can I have a photo? Right.
And try to be earnest as well.
I'll stand like this. You stand wherever you want to. Lovely. Thanks very much.
Earnest in any way, shape, or form after that. You're like,
Yeah.
no.
I might. So I've got Rainmaker, more like Fishmonger, to go on What Culture's t-shirt page. Yep. I haven't felt bliss this twisted since I had sex on Helter Skelter is one of mine as well.
If you could get it on the shirt where it's going like that, and then it goes all the way up.
All the way around the back.
And when you press
Just
on it, it
goes
plays
right
Helter
the way round.
Skelter.
Nice, you went too far there. We don't have the budget for that.
So,
We never have the budget, Adam. We never have the budget.
and if we do, we're saving it to go to bloody Vegas next year. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
How are we going to project you on the screen next year with the Sphere if we start spending it on Helter Skelter t-shirts? You just don't think about it, do you?
Big picture.
You just
Sorry.
don't. You're always looking at the little one in your wallet instead of the big one on the wall.
So the big one on the sphere.
Right, we are just minutes away
Oh, yeah.
from the What Culture live show going out on the What Culture Wrestling YouTube channel, so we shall leave it there.
Exciting.
Congratulations to Adam Nicholas, the winner of this week's quiz. Let us know how you got on in the comment section below or on X at What Culture WWE. Watch, they can follow all three of us. You can follow Adam Nicholas at...
I'd fill my chambers. At Adam Wilbourn. Live show coming, go watch it. I'm running out of breath quick.
Well, if you want to check out other podcasts, we have got the SmackDown preview, which is available right now wherever you get your podcasts from. We have got the Collision preview as well, available wherever you get your podcasts from. And the podcast segment of our live show is available to watch right now on the What Culture Wrestling podcast channel as well. But yeah, head over now to the What Culture Wrestling YouTube channel, because 3 p.m. today, It's Always Sunny at What Culture Live is going out our entire live show from Philadelphia. But for now, it's been Wrestle Culture. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. My thanks to Adam Nicholas, to Phil Chambers. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Wrestle Culture is yeeted in front of a live studio audience.
Yeetling!
I'll go and turn everything off now, will I?
Thanks, everybody. Oh, 5 minutes to spare.
5 minutes to spare.
We'll be in the chat for
at
the
that.
live show. Do join us for that one.
Enough time to sing a song if you want.
Hang on, I'll do it again for him.
Sing a song.
Where is it? Where's me?
No, a new song. Improv.
Freestyle. That's beatboxing. That's not a freestyle.
Ha! My name is Adam. I'm here to say the live show is just a few minutes away. So head over there and watch the show. Quick! Go, 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 go! And that's what happens when you back me into a corner. Bye, everybody!